Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Central Michigan Chippewas, taking on the winners of 11 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Chippewas will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of elevating everybody's play.
And he's a point guard, too. So good at distributing the football, finds the open guys, and he makes this offense go.
Makes it go, and just, you can trust him. Everything is available. You're not playing.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Using the quick game. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And they got him for the sack.
What a great play, winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the Big House fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
On third and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
The Chippewas decide to punt it away. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will go to work for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys who are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Oh, how did he make that move? Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Looking for a man. It's Kelly. Safe completion on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. So close to that end zone, he can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan! Michigan. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
The give to the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
And the Chippewas will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. On the move from inside his 40. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. South Carolina steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Columbia a ton of confidence. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Off the play fake on first down. Coming after it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game, in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Caught near the sticks. It's Aurora. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on third down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He'll just keep slinging it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Feeling some heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling.
Just steamrolling his way through. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Open.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. Give to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? They'll try the right side. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Trying play action. Release to the back. Got his man on the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll run it on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the returner will be dragged down. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game, but I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Penn. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy, making an accurate throw.
From the gun, the running back has it. And a good, solid pickup. Defense knocks him down. The Chippewas will hustle to the line.
Third down coming.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. On the run, still looking. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with a sack. And the Chippewas will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent, making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the tailback. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The Wolverines looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They feed him again. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, a statement run in the red zone to the 13.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. North Carolina overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from Chapel Hill, these Tar Heels got to be thrilled with this result. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Looking left. It's caught downfield. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Going up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Reinbold. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. He's looking for a man on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Chippewas are in the hurry-up. These corners backing off a bit. The aerial assault continues. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Chippewas will call on their punt team. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So
pass on the way. It's picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Finds the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Aurora. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On second down, he'll let it fly. This time he's got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Trying to get to him. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it up, but they do force the incompletion.
He wants to pass it on second down. Dances away to buy time. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Chippewas.
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but
he wants to take the top off. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Kelly. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab down the left side. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Michigan! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead.
Central Michigan.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the back. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Chippewas will kick it away to crank up the second half.
Central Michigan.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Trying to set the tone with the run. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And there they go again, another huge gain on the ground. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. To the 10. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. From the red zone, looking for a man. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
The cornerback wasn't fooled that time. He was squatting on the out route, and because of that, he was able to transition, break on the ball, and knock it away.
Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the beatdown has ensued. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Almost ready to kick it away. The touchdown.
Michigan, 46, Central Michigan.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. He's looking to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Penn. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll throw it on first down. Floating away. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Aurora. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed on the outside, it's Penn. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. And the Chippewas have this offense rolling. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Makes a move. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Fires to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. Across the 25, he's got room. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. And the Wolverines have pushed it inside the 20. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Dropping back, it's Spears. He's got his man. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Looking to buy time. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get it.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. And you've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this 2nd half.
They're trying to get to. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. So after taking the safety, they'll line up for a free kick from their own 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. They'll run the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. At the 20, he's got space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's
touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's going to try to return this one. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Using his legs, it's Townsend. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. Line getting set on second down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job.
And the ball is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll give it to the back. Finds a crease at the 20. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Wolverines! And the pummeling has started. That might be the proverbial fourth quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Navy answered the bell away from Annapolis today with an impressive victory. The midshipmen knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Back open in the middle. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spider.
Trying to find his man on first down. Getting some heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Chippewas look to keep this drive humming.
Get set.
Looking to move it through the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out?
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Michigan. How about that D coming up with a play like that? The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when you're internal.
Holds it in on the left. He's loose. Touchdown, Chips. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They'll go to the ground. Oh, gave the defender the business. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the right. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Extending the play. He's got it. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Looking to pass. It's Spears. They've got the screen set up. Just plowing ahead. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Timeout, Michigan.
And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build on, David, you're talking about.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of